And it's another Sunday night. We're sitting here saying hello to everybody in the chat and didn't even
I know,
realize
right?
we're on. We're like, oh,
Right
hey! We're
Hi,
so
guys.
excited for this chat tonight that we're just all banging away on the keyboard that we didn't even realize that it's time to go. We have special guests tonight. We do. But first, before we bring them on, it's Sunday night. This is how we cruise. If it's your first time here, I'm Brian. This is Julie. We run this craziness over here, and we like to do this every Sunday night where we talk about cruising and all sorts of fun stuff. So thank you to everybody for coming back, or if it's your first time in, welcome. So tonight we have a cool topic. There's a
it's been a standing topic, but yeah,
there's this tiny little ship that has set sail from Miami.
When you look at the vastness of the ocean, it is a tiny little ship.
It is. It's just like a blip.
It's a little bob.
Little blip.
Yep.
Like a buoy. But a buoy with like 8 neighborhoods on it. So it's as Dad pointed out, it's larger than not only the town we live in, but also the town we live in and the town next door.
That's true. That's true.
Population wise.
So guys, we're talking Icon tonight. We're talking Icon for a number of reasons. One, I mean, it's the hot topic. It is the newest and the largest ship on the seas. It's also the ship that we're going to be on in 13 days.
You got to point over your shoulder. That's how YouTubers do it.
Oh. And,
we're influencers now.
Oh, there we go. Oh. Anyway, 13
that's a
days.
hard skill, by the way. 13. So for all of you out there who post and you're able to do this thing and actually see behind
13 days, we're going to be on Icon. I got to tell you, like with every passing day, the hype is getting more and I'm getting more excited. At first it was like, yeah, we're going to do this. But like now that it's getting close, now that I'm watching everything, like I am so excited, guys. I'm so excited. Like we've never been on an inaugural cruise. Mm-hmm. We've never gotten to experience something like this type of hype. So that's cool for us. But the fact that we also get to bring it to you guys is really, really, really
But
cool.
as we get closer, the hype gets bigger, but the drama gets bigger also. If you look at all this stuff, there's sorts of chat going on. It's all sorts of crazy stuff. I want to dive in and say hello to everybody. But first, we'll say hello to the Nautical Hippo. Thank you very, very much for the super chat. Completely appreciate that. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Thank you. So appreciate it.
Very, very, very cool. Thank you so much. So, Sugar, yes, we did get some snow. It's currently gone, but hopefully we don't see any in the next 2 weeks.
But we're supposed to get some in like 2 days. So
hopefully we don't see any in the next 2 weeks. So we'll say hello to a few people before we bring the stars of the show on, because really, Icon is talked about as the greatest family vacation. That's how that's been advertised.
They've definitely marketed Icon as a family boat, or ship, family ship. It is.
It's been a while since you made that mistake.
I know, right? Well, I'm too excited about Icon. Family, and all things point to being conducive to the ultimate family vacation. Mm-hmm. We've had a lot of discussion about this, and that's why I cannot wait to get on the ship to see if what they say is, if it holds true.
But we'll talk about the neighborhoods. We'll talk about some of the new venues. Nautical Hippo brought it up, and On Deck agrees. Hello, Debbie and Adam. It's nice to see you guys. Icon looks amazing, but those prices don't. Now, we will say this.
That's part of the family experience, right?
You need to know how to shop for Icon, and we can help you do that.
Yes,
so
we definitely can, and that's why we started doing what we're doing. Correct. That's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we are agents. So if you do need help with that, we can help you with that. But
I have some numbers that I've run for tonight that we can talk about.
Guys,
there's a new spreadsheet.
He's got a spreadsheet for
everything. Oh, I didn't bring it up. I got to bring up a spreadsheet. We'll say hello to everybody first. While the kids come in, I'll do that. Spreadsheet.
Do that.
Hello. Thank you first in the chat, Kyle. Nice to see you. Cruise Nuts are here. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you guys. Richard and Lori joining us from the Everglades. Hopefully we'll get to see you guys again in the near future. Mom is here. Z is here as always. Good to see you guys. And then, of course, Shayna and Mark here again. Sherry from Destination Fun. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. The very famous Tony Diaz, who's been getting a lot of burns recently on some videos. So
you've been listening to the kids. Listen to
the
birds.
He's been taking some rips. So we love you, Tony. We've been trying to defend you, but I think you're used to it. So Alan is here. Good to see you. I said hello to Adam and Debbie. Good to see you guys. Chuck is joining us from the couch. Thanks for getting up. Appreciate it. Kevin Brubaker's here. Good to see you. Danny D has joined us again. Nice to see you. Hello to everybody else in the chat. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody, but tonight we talk about Icon. We talk about
Icon of the Seas.
Is my energy level high enough for Icon? Is your energy level high enough for Icon?
I am so excited. I am not kidding you. Like every day it gets more and more hyped. And I've been watching what's already been put out, which we've been following some of the threads and some of the Facebook chats and things like that. Some people are not happy that all this pre-inaugural stuff is going on. I, for one, am ecstatic. I'm thrilled. I can't wait. I want to see as much as I possibly can before I get there because I want to know where I want to go. I want to know what I want to see. I want to know. And I can't wait to bring even more content to you guys. But I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about like the pre-inaugural?
Well, let us know in the chat. Are you happy seeing what's out there, or are you booked and want to be surprised? I mean, we're looking at it from the perspective of we are going to be on the first ever revenue sailing of the Icon of the Seas. We know they're going to have some surprises for us. We know that it's going to be the first time the ship has been in full swing. Now, we've heard from other inaugurals that means there can be some missteps, some hiccups.
You expect anything new, like if a new store opens, a new like whatever, anything new, they have to like work through. You know, there's growing pains. I'm okay with that. Totally okay with that. I kind of enjoy it. I kind of like watching them figure it out,
work their way through.
Even on, we're going to talk about the neighborhoods tonight, but even on Icon, they've already before the maiden voyage, they've already made a switch with the adults only section.
So they're already changing things up. It was supposed to be
Cloud 17, right? And now it's going to be the Hideaway.
Yes.
So they've already made that switch pre first cruise, which is kind of cool. I mean, like, just, I don't know, like,
I don't know.
10 years ago. Okay, let's talk about, or let's even go back further, right? Like 15 years ago. When did the Oasis of the Seas?
2009.
So 2009.
Which
Oasis
actually, I just found a video from the inaugural of 2009
but,
Oasis, which I gotta have to go
back
and watch.
So let's talk about when Oasis, which was a brand new class, which was, I mean, that was like the icon of the time, right?
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
But she's here all night, folks. The 7 o'clock show is completely different than the 9 o'clock show.
Anyway, when that was like new, like we didn't have social media like we do today. There was not live streams. There was not all the vlogs that we have. Like the social media was not what it is. Even Facebook groups were not what they were. So when Icon came out, we didn't have this infiltration of social media and people's opinions and everything else. And now we do. So, I mean, like, there, you know, there's that to weigh on. So,
all right. I want to know what you are most excited about this new class of ship. Now, because you've got Icon coming out now. Yeah. You got Star of the Seas that's already been announced. They're already in the process of building her. That's going to be coming out. And we may or may not have group space held on that ship that you'll hear about later. But what are you most excited about?
The experience. I know.
I meant a thing. You're worse than the kids.
Listen, I know you get.
I said to the kids, "What are you most excited about?" The ship.
The ship. No, listen, but no, the experience. The experience of being on an inaugural cruise. The experience of seeing things that are brand new innovation, and being part of something that is like hyped up. Like when you go on a cruise, it's super exciting for you, right? It's super exciting for anybody you're cruising with, you're traveling with. But to be on this inaugural, that is an event that has hype to it. I'm excited to just experience this, and I want to take it all in. And I can't wait to see the Pearl. I can't wait to see the neighborhoods. I can't wait to see our room. There's so many things I can't wait to see on the ship, but ultimately, I am just looking forward to this experience.
Now, I'm a big kid. I'm excited for a Category 6 water park and hamburgers on the top deck. I mean,
This is true. I'm positive. If you guys have watched any of our vlogs, you know that one of the things that I do, and I don't do this on purpose, I do this because this is just me. It's innately who I am. I wake up early on a ship because I wake up and you guys are still sleeping, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get out there. I gotta see things. I gotta whatever. I gotta move. I don't want to wake up anybody up. So I get up, and the first thing I do is like just get outside to walk. I walk the ship. Sometimes I vlog it. Sometimes I just take pictures. And sometimes I just go find a nice quiet spot to sit and watch the ship come alive. And I have no idea where I'm going to do that on this ship, which is blowing my mind because I cannot wait to wake up and go out and go, where am I going to go?
It's giving me anxiety.
It's giving you anxiety. It's giving you anxiety. No, I'm not kidding. Like, I cannot wait to decide like where I'm going to wake up and like, I don't know where to go. There's so many places to go. But I'm really looking forward to the Pearl. So anyway.
All right. Well, we're not the only two with opinions here. So we want to invite the kids to come join us now that we've said hello to everybody. So without knocking everything over, guys, if you want to come in here and we want to hear your opinions on Icon.
Hey.
Guys, you're being beckoned.
It's time to put down the iPads.
Told you that. All right.
All right. Here we go.
Seats.
We already got our spots designated. We already know where we're going to go.
Now.
There we go. All right, guys. If you don't know, these are our three kiddos. We have Brian Jr., Kevin, and Caitlin. What do you guys think?
Hi, guys.
Say hello.
What's up?
So they're usually in bed when we do our lives. But tomorrow is a holiday. They do not have school. So we did say that they could stay up to be on the live tonight.
So we want to know what is should we start with the youngest first?
Yeah, whatever you want.
No, let's start with Bri. Okay. What is the one thing that you are most looking forward to with Icon seats?
Well, it's hard to just choose one thing with Icon, and here is why. Just because it's so diverse. I'm gonna jump ahead a little. There's neighborhoods where you can go and just hang out. There's neighborhoods where you can go and.
So what neighborhood do you want to go to?
Well,
what neighborhood are you looking for?
Mostly, I'm probably gonna stay around Thrill Island.
Okay.
Simply because.
All right, guys, we're gonna tell you what Thrill Island is in a minute.
Simply because Thrill Island has a few of my favorite things in it.
What's your favorite?
Because Thrill Island is basically like what they consider like the thrill seekers area. It has the Category 6 water park. It has the mini golf, which is usually named after the ship. The ship's name, for example, Oasis of the Seas is Oasis, and then Dunes. So Oasis of the Seas would be Oasis Dunes. But for Icon Dunes just doesn't ring. So instead, they chose Lost Dunes.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Lost Dunes.
Fun fact.
Okay, so you're looking forward to
Thrill Island. How about you, Kevin?
What about you, Kevin?
I'm looking forward to the water parks and the mini golf course.
All right.
So you and Bri up there.
Same
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Katie.
Well, no surprises here. Our kids like what they like.
All right. What are you looking forward to, Missy? I'll tell them.
You want to tell me and I'll tell them? Yeah. Okay, what? Oh, okay. Katie is most looking forward to the water slides. Water slides for sure.
Okay.
If you've seen any of our past vlogs, especially on Harmony and on Oasis, Katie has not always been tall enough for the water slides. So we did some research ahead of time on this one because, Katie, you're going to be 9. Actually, Katie's celebrating her birthday on this cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Katie is going to be 9 years old when we get on, the day that we get on Oasis of the Seas, which is super exciting.
On what?
Icon of the Seas. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I know. The kids didn't say it wrong. I did. Anyway, so Katie's going to be 9 when we get on Icon. and she really wants to do water slides. So if you've seen anything before, she hasn't been tall enough in the past. So
Well, hold on a sec. So we did this research,
Yeah.
and we did say that we found out that the water slides, there is one slide that you can be 42 inches tall. Most of the slides you have to be 48 inches tall, which is back here. And there's one slide that you got to be 52 inches tall, which is right about here. So I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it.
Just makes it, like just makes it. Like this little piece of hair right here just makes her make it.
That might be 52 inches.
So I'm super happy that I think you're going to be able to do it all. So that's awesome.
But wait a minute, guys. I have a question. So we talked a lot about Thrill Island already, which is where the water park is, where Flow Rider, all those things that you guys love. What about Surfside? I thought Surfside
was supposed to be the thing for kids.
I thought it was for kids.
Well,
I forgot about Surfside.
well,
That's Surfside.
here's the vibe I'm getting from Surfside.
All right, I can't wait to hear this.
So Caitlin, Surfside's what replaces the boardwalk. So it's basically what has the carousel and stuff. So what I'm receiving from the vibe that I'm getting from Surfside, how am I going to word this? What I'm receiving from Royal Caribbean's end of Surfside is they're trying to attract families, and they want to make it very easy for families. So I'm looking at Surfside, and you see that there's a pool on the way back, mainly addressed towards parents.
That's for the parents. Yep, the pool in the back's for the parents.
And then just in front of that is the baby. It's the what's it called?
The splash pad.
Yeah, the splash pad. The
Splash Away Bay.
Splash Away Bay and Baby Bay. And the carousel and stuff like that. And what I'm really seeing is that they're aiming that area towards the littler kids, like maybe even 8 and 9-year-olds may have fun there. But I'm thinking more like that's more the range of like.
Kev, you don't agree?
5
Kev's kind of rolling his eyes because that's Kitty and Kevin.
So from what we're seeing,
6-year-olds.
that Surfside neighborhood looks very good for families with little guys.
Yeah. I'll say this though, like the eateries look really good in that area because so what we're talking about is Surfside is kind of taking place of it's overtaking what used to be the boardwalk. So
Which you love.
Yeah, I love the boardwalk, but I'm not so, and I think I'm gonna love the eateries on Surfside, but I don't think that we're going to love that with the kids and the demographic that we are. I mean, it is geared towards the younger kids. It does have the eateries, Pier 7. It's going to have the arcade. It's going to have the carousel. Now, okay, guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm disappointed in the carousel on Icon. The pictures that I've seen, it's much tinier than what's on the Oasis class ships, and it looks very babyish. So I'm talking like this is not a carousel.
For little guys.
We're
still going to ride it.
Well, yes.
I'm still going to ride it.
We're going to ride it. I'm going to ride it. Are you going to ride it, Katie? Yeah.
Katie, you're getting lots of advice in the chat that you're going to have to poof the hair up.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to take Katie to the spa and get her hair done up.
Oh,
Nice and tall. There is a blow dry bar in the spa, so maybe we have Katie's hair teased up nice and tall.
But like back to the carousel. I am not impressed with carousel on Icon, but I hope that the little kids enjoy it. I hope that they like it.
But we're still going to hit up
Surfside.
Surfside.
It does have the splash zones, the Splash Away Bay, and the Baby Bay for. Yeah, right.
All right. So I just want to say something really quick. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but so something really cool that I saw on Surfside is actually I'm planning on something, but I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to promise anything to anyone out there.
Go for it,
and not deliver it. But I was looking up some new features of Icon of the Seas, and something I saw that was really interested me was the lemon post on Surfside. Now, everyone knows the traditional style bar on a cruise ship. You go up, you give them their card, you say what you want. If you have the type of package that drink comes included with, you get the drink, they charge it to your room. If you don't, they still charge it to your room, but you have to pay for it at the end of your cruise.
Okay.
But mainly, it serves alcohol drinks. I mean, of course, if you have the soda package or the refreshment package, you're going to go up and you're going to order.
Well, you guys order your mocktails at the bar. Like, you guys go and get a virgin strawberry daiquiri.
So,
but
so let me explain it a little bit, Bryce. So
I was going to say,
go ahead.
Explain it. But basically, so Mary Ellen, Mrs. Dillon, or Mrs. Mary Ellen Dillon, I don't know what you prefer me to call you, but basically, what style bar this is it's, as Royal Caribbean quotes, a mommy and me bar. Now, you may be asking, what does that mean? Well, it simply means that now, because it's in Surfside and they're targeting it towards little kids, or not little kids, but kids, they have an entire bar that not only has cocktails and stuff like that for the adults, but it also has not just like a few mocktails or anything, maybe a few sodas, but an entire menu of lemonades and stuff like that kids can order off of next to their parents. And this is everything from lemonade to color change and fruit punch.
So what they're doing is they're doing even like mommy and me or parent and me or whatever they're calling drinks. So you can order the same drink for your child, and then the same as a mocktail, and you can order the same drink as a parent that has a little alcohol in it. So you can share this drink.
So
not share the same drink, but you can have the same experience together.
Guys, our friend Sugar has a good comment for you that I want you to see.
I saw it.
Sugar said, "You kids realize how lucky you are to be going on the island."
Yes, this is
We've talked a lot about that, Sugar. Thank you for bringing that up. We've been talking a lot about how to appreciate some of the experiences that we're afforded, and we really are very blessed. So,
and if you stick around, we'll pull the spreadsheets out and we'll tell you how we were able actually to pull it off. But Shayna says, "Ooh, that sounds good. We like a lot of lemonades too." So that's. But we've talked about 2 neighborhoods, and we still have 8 to go, and we need to be respectful of everyone's time.
Can we talk about one of my favorites coming up, guys? Do you want to, or Kev, do you have?
Oh, Sherry, that's when the fun happens, when they mix them up.
So, Kev, do you have a favorite neighborhood coming up that's different?
I don't remember a lot of the names.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say
I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think you and I share the same one that we're both looking forward to. I'm looking forward to both Thrill Island, which I mentioned earlier, but I'm also looking forward to the brand new version of the Aqua Theater that is now
the Aquadome. Aquadome, guys.
I forgot
So the
about
Aquadome
that.
has moved. It has moved from the back of the ship to the front of the ship.
it is.
So
It's a huge glass dome on the top deck on the front of the ship, which you most likely see on the commercials, that has not only your standard Aqua Theater, but also from the ceiling, it's the world's tallest waterfall at sea on a ship, not in the ocean, because I think scientifically I can't explain it.
And if you follow Nick Weir on Twitter, Nick's been sharing a lot of the video of them preparing for this new aqua show in the Aquadome.
So it
And
looks
what's the
amazing.
show called?
And so, guys,
Aqua Action.
I'm gonna just add this in. There's no bionic bar on Icon. Sorry, guys. I know you guys do like the bionic,
But
bar.
I do think it's funny. They moved the robots.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. So even though there's no bionic bar, there are bionic robots on Icon, and they are in the Aquadome.
So basically what you're saying is they fired the robotic bartenders because the bionic bar just wasn't cutting it,
Here's
right?
my
So
worry.
they fired them from making drinks and said, "Okay, you guys aren't so good at this, but here's what you're going to do. You're going to hold these diving boards and you're going to stand up here." So nothing like, so before they were just mixing drinks and spilling them all over the place. Now they're going to be holding diving boards so human beings can jump off of them from 70 feet.
Here's my worry. So every time we've ever been
so
on
smart.
a ship that has the bionic bar, I mean, there has been some sort of holdup, right? It like one of them shuts down, one of them's not working right. They have to come out and they have to whatever.
They're on a union break.
So, dude, like now you're gonna have divers. I'm sorry, Gabby. Now you're gonna have divers diving off of these robots. I'm like, I I hope that they got an upgrade because I can't see them shutting down and not working right.
Hey, Mike, how are you? Mike says sounds safe. Yeah, let's hope Ocean doesn't get involved. That's all I can
We've
say.
been talking about this.
But Aquadome is going to be cool because up in Aquadome you also have your street eats. Or your street eats area where your little food trucky area, kind of like on the XL classes. Listen, we are non-denominational cruisers. We say it all the time, and we take the kids on all lines. And Katie, one of the things that is up in that Aquadome is a mac and cheese bar, where you can get.
So Katie's favorite food of all time is
mac and cheese.
But
hang on,
no, it's wrong. What is it? Oh, it's spaghetti.
No,
right,
that's a lie too.
Okay.
Ice cream.
Anyway, there's going to be plenty of ice cream on the ship. There's going to be a mac and cheese bar, and
on the other side, there's a big ice cream.
And guys, we have the Aquadome. We have the Aqua Show reserved for the first night.
Yes.
So we get on the ship. We're going to experience everything. We're going to do the sail away party. We're going to go to dinner, and then we are going to go to the Aqua Show. So stay tuned. We will definitely bring you pictures. And we can't film the show, but we will get you
well, I'll say
definitely
this.
our full review.
Julie and I were talking about our vlogging plan for the ship, and we plan, as long as you all want us to, and you all have to promise you're going to be there. We will do a live stream on boarding day, either from boarding, from sail away. We'll just bring you the whole thing.
If you have an opinion, please drop it in the chat,
yes,
or leave a comment below. Very cool.
But yes, we'll be doing that.
But another thing that's cool about the Aquadome is, I just want to say this really quick, is you may be saying, well, mac and cheese bar, well, where is that? It's not just a mac and cheese bar. And not only is there a street eats area that, like on the XL class ships, but there's also, I believe, isn't there like an actual restaurant in there? Right?
Well, there's a coffee shop, and so up near the Aquadome is also where the suite neighborhood is. Now, in the suite neighborhood, you're going to have your standard coastal kitchen like you have on all other Royal Caribbean suite area ships, but they also have a new area called the Grove. Unfortunately, this trip, we're not going to be bringing that one to you. Unless Royal Caribbean gets smart and invites us in. Unless that happens, we'll be bringing that to you on a future sailing. But there is another bar up there that is it's a coffee bar. It's called Ryan Bean.
Yeah.
And it's got your specialty coffees, your espresso martinis, and all sorts of things.
Yeah,
like that.
and the espresso martini has gotten so popular. I mean, I remember when it was hard. You'd actually have to go find an espresso somewhere on the ship and bring it to them, and then they would make you the espresso martini. But now they have these little things that are pre-done. They're super ready for it.
Tony G says Hooked is, he believes Hooked is in the area. I believe that is the specialty restaurant.
Yeah,
so which is an upcharge. But so we've got all the way up top. We've talked about Thrill Island. We didn't really talk about Chill Island much, which is kind of my space.
Well, you are very chill.
This one doesn't sound bad, but Mom, why don't you tell them, because this is right up your alley. Why don't you tell them about the brand new type of pool that's going to be one of a kind at sea? Nice
segue, Bri.
Are we talking? Which one are we talking about?
Mike says he's going to be at the 10:15 show. We'll be at the earlier one because, we do know there's going to be a balloon drop party on the first night, and Katie has made it very clear that we will be at the balloon drop party. Is that right?
Katie's wanted to
be at the balloon drop party. All right, Kevin and Katie will be at the balloon drop party.
Second.
I will be in bed.
Hold on, I want this right now, live on YouTube, so everybody, it's marked, it's earmarked, everybody's always gonna know. I want you guys to promise, if you want to go to the balloon drop, which is at midnight, which is way past your bedtime, because right now is past your bedtime.
Correct.
If you guys want to do this, you have to lay down and rest. We have to take a mini nap. We have to definitely chill a little bit, and maybe not on Chill Island, but maybe in the bunk beds of our infinite family balcony.
Well, I want to get to rooms. I want to get to my. So let's move
go back
on.
To Chill Island.
Let's go to Chill Island. So the best part of Chill Island, I think, is the largest toilet. The largest swim up bar at sea.
Swim and tonic.
He's so easy. But a swim up bar at sea.
Yeah.
And now in the new area called Cloud 17, that used to be until a few hours ago was the adult only area on the ship.
So now I guess you guys are allowed to go there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it was adult only, and now it's not. So
it's going to be a very cool area. You've got a 3-story, because doing a 2-story lime and coconut on the Oasis class wasn't enough, so we had to go for 3 stories. So we're 3-story tall lime and coconut that will lean into or go into the suite area. So the suite neighborhood will have access to lime and coconut, as will Chill Island. So
which makes sense why they wanted to make that the adult only. But I'm curious. I'm curious that they made that change. I don't think it was wrong to make that change, but yeah, I'm curious that they made that such last minute.
Tony G says, "Damn right, ain't no adult getting out of the swim and tonic pool." Of course I will. Sugar says, "One day I like to go on the ship." So I'm going to say right now, we're going to take a pause for a moment.
Okay.
And just remind everyone of the fact that not only are we this crazy YouTube family, we also are a full-service travel agency that organizes group trips. And as several of you already know, and many of you have already
booked, individual trips, group and individual.
Correct. Yeah. But we do have some group trips planned. One, we are going to be on the Freedom of the Seas in November of 2024 with several of you that are here. So show us a hand raise if you're going to be joining us for our. Well, I know you're going. Freedom of the Seas down out of Fort Lauderdale, November the 3rd of 2024. Katie, you're going too. November the 3rd of 2024. 6 nights down to Grand Cayman, Falmouth, Jamaica, and Labadee, Haiti. Where you'll get to cruise with all 3 of these kids and have a lot of fun group experience with us. Mom says pink hand waving, but I don't think we have. Mom, let Dad know we need his credit card again, because we're just going to have to book that for you. But then we also have in July of 2025 our next group cruise after that.
Yeah.
Which is with our good friends Jamie and Sharon from Sharon at Sea Travel, and that is the Friends and Family Group Cruise, where we are going to be traveling on the Carnival Sunrise out of Miami, and heading down to a couple of really great ports for that one there. So,
yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that. So, so many like really good trips coming out.
And there might be, just maybe, another Icon class ship coming up.
Ooh, Star maybe in the future. Just saying.
Just saying.
2025. Let's. I heard a rumor today because
let's spread rumors. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, this is totally rumors, totally unsubstantiated, because I haven't heard anything about Star other than Star's the next Icon class. And somebody today had posted that they've heard rumors that there's going to be different eating venues and some different changes and some new exciting entertainment on Star. That was the extent of it. Like no details, no whatever. That is very much rumor based. So I have no idea what that means. I don't know if it's true or not, but like we're very excited for Star, and we may have some space there. So.
Tony G wants to know what it is. Should we say what it is, or Tony, I'll tell you what. Tell you what.
We have no secrets, guys.
Do we? I don't know. I guess we don't. You guys pretty much see. I mean, we show you in the vlogs. We show you crying kids. We show you screaming and fighting. So there's not really much for us to hide.
It is what it is, guys.
We do like.
We all do it.
We do like, because of where we are in New Jersey. We do have a week in New Jersey. It's kind of like a fall break where our kids. Shayna, no, Star is not out of Bayonne, unfortunately.
That would be so cool.
That would be very, very cool. But Star of the Seas, we were able to secure some group space for the first week in November of 2025. So, yes, Mary Ellen, Jersey Week on Star of the Seas in 2025. Details to follow.
Details to come.
because we're still trying to get through Icon and Freedom and a whole bunch of other stuff before we can even get the star.
I'm so excited for Icon. Who is excited?
All right, so we've got
we
got Chill Island.
Yeah.
We got Thrill Island. We got the Aquadome. Yeah, we did.
No, well, we only did briefly when Brian mentioned it. So Thrill Island is the home of all the thrill adventures. So we have the Category 6 water park, which how many water slides are there?
6.
Oh.
Well,
Do you see what I did there? Anyway, Katie is super excited for the water slides. You guys are super excited. I am excited for the water slides. And I'm not a big water slide person. So we're going to do the water slides. We're going to do all the other activities like the rock climbing wall, and we're going to do mini golf. Guys.
Hold on, we're getting some flack in the chat now.
Well, I was just going to say, Crown's Edge, I do not think is going to happen on this cruise with us. Sorry, guys, we're a family of 5. You can't pick or choose who's going to do it, and $90 a person to do a ropes course and to walk over. Because I'm also going to say, earlier this year, no, it's not what it's about. Last year, we were on the Carnival Celebration. And the Carnival Celebration also has this ropes course that has a tiny part that goes out. Katie, can you move in a little bit? There we go. That moves in over the side of the ship, and also has a zip line that goes out. I did that. You did that. It was fun.
No, it wasn't.
But it was what it was. I do not understand the hype of this.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I think it's cool, but I do not think it's a $90.
If you watch
times 5. So that's
if you watch some of our other vlogs, if you watch some of our other lives, we do spend a lot of time talking about the cost of cruises when you're traveling with 3 kids. And, we're noticing that on a lot of the ships recently, across all lines, Royal, Carnival, Norwegian, you're starting to see some upcharges for some of the really cool things. We were on the NCL Prima, and we asked about the go-kart racing, and we asked we got 3 kids. What if they wanted to go on multiple times? So it was $15 a race or $20 a race or something like that per person. And they said, well, you can buy you can buy a pass to go as many times as you want all week. And I said, oh, that's a cool feature. How much is that? $250 per person for as many races as you want on the NCL Prima or the NCL Viva on the go-karts. Yeah. So for us, that would be, I don't know. I need to get a calculator out for that.
I can.
What's 250 times 5, guys?
250 times 5, 252.
Over $1,000. I can tell you that.
No. $1,020. See, I was correct. Over $2,000.
That was very
over
fast.
$1,000. I was correct.
So anyway, hey, Raquel has joined us. Raquel, nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. Raquel is going to be on Icon very soon. Sugar, thank you for doing some math for us.
Less than a week.
Yeah, so any charge, Shana, any charge seems insane for what they're charging. Absolutely. But so anyway, so we've talked about Chill Island. We've talked about Thrill Island. We've talked about Surfside. Why don't we touch on Hideaway just briefly?
Okay. So
before we go downstairs.
Wait,
what do you want to say?
I was just going to say, briefly, I just want to say, recently I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube. And I have different versions of the Rubik's Cube. And I was just saying, I want to do a video, maybe whether it's a short or...
But right now, we're talking Icons, so we will come back.
I know, but I want to do a video of me solving my cubes at different places on Icon. So I would just want to tell people to put in the chat where you want to see me solve Rubik's Cubes on Icon.
Where do you guys want to see Brian solve a Rubik's Cube on Icon? And we will find a random stranger to mix up the cubes for you.
Yes.
Sound good? All right, perfect. So let's talk about the Hideaway. Hideaway was going to be, well, that's where they have that.
It was going to be the beach club. Well, it still is a beach club.
Well, yeah, and it's got that infinity pool that looks out over the back of the ship. It's got those beds in the pool. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's stunning. I would totally pay a good price.
It's
now, not on this
complimentary.
one, and only no. To reserve one of those beds in the pool.
Oh, okay. All right.
See, he cuts me off. To reserve one of those beds in the pool. Super, super cool. But now, and could you imagine if we would have done that? Like we didn't talk about that. We weren't going to. But could you imagine if we would have done that and then they changed it to the adults only? Because we're a family of 5 with 3 little kids.
Oh, I'd have to totally Karen it up.
Anyway, yeah. So now this hideaway is adults only, which I think is appropriate. I really do. It's such a
I think it'll
cool
work.
vibe. Or I haven't been there yet, but it seems like a cool vibe. I want to be there. I want to go there. And I would totally be happy to be there with adults only. So I'm not upset about this by any stretch of the imagination. But it's interesting that they changed it. So.
Kevin says, I want to see Brian sneaking into the adult area, play the Mission Impossible theme song as he does it.
Deal, bet.
Kev, you don't know what you just did.
For the low cost.
What do you mean? I've been standing here the whole time and I've barely said a word.
Kev, that's why we love you, encouraging bad behavior. Nothing better than bad behavior on cruise ships. So Raquel, it's above Surfside. So Surfside is going to be on deck 7,
I gotta move my leg.
and the Hideaway is going to be on deck 15 or 16. I think it's 16. So it's but yeah, same after the ship. It's going to be So somebody's suggesting, Julie is suggesting you do the Rubik's Cube as you go down water slides. Don't know if they're going to let you carry the
That would be
Rubik's Cube
super
down
cool.
the slide.
I wonder if you could do it from the top to the bottom while you're on a water slide.
Nah. It takes me around 2 minutes to solve. And I will also do 3 different versions of the cube. So I'm looking for 3 locations specifically. I will look at the 3 most popular.
All right.
Oh, Raquel, you'll figure your way around. It's just like an Oasis class, just 7% bigger. See, and that's my first number from my spreadsheet.
Well, we were on with you. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to be on a ship with you.
All right, so
again.
we have 2 neighborhoods left.
All right, so
Let's go to Central Park.
All
Because
right,
Julie loves
that's
Central
my favorite.
Park,
Central
and we
Park.
saved
I like
Royal
Central Park.
Promenade for last.
Okay, well, we didn't talk about the sweet neighborhood either.
I told you we're not going to talk about sweet neighborhoods.
Oh, okay, we're not
We
talking
can't
about sweet
afford
neighborhoods, but you
sweets.
have to at least talk about there's 8 neighborhoods and what the 8 are. So sweet neighborhood. Okay, we're not talking about sweet neighborhood.
Oh, Raquel's never been on Oasis. Oh, you need to sail with us, girlfriend.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Oh, there's Chris Cram. Hello.
Hey, Chris.
Forgot
right,
it was
so-
Sunday. I do that a lot.
So listen, we're talking about Central Park. Central Park is my absolute favorite neighborhood on Oasis class ship. Cannot wait to experience it on Icon. It definitely looks different. There's certain things about Oasis that that I love, but there's certain things about Icon that just seem to have stepped it up a notch. And I am super excited to experience them. I cannot wait. Central Park is one of them.
Sean says Central Park fixing to get mugged on board. Sean, it's like Central Park without the crime. It's great.
We try to have a nice live stream.
This is why we can't do nice things. No,
Tony,
Central Park looks amazing.
Tony Diaz, the Trellis Bar in Central Park will have food. He's serving food also. A lot of serving food. Central Park also is going to have a Zoomy, and Azumi is going to have a walk-up window for takeout. And
Azumi in the park.
Azumi in the park, and you guys have no
Sounds
idea.
like a Chicago song.
You have no idea what this means to me because I am the only one in our family that eats fish. I'm the only one that likes sushi whatsoever. And thank you so much to Matt Hochberg, who posted the menu for Azumi in the Park. And I got to see that my very, very, very favorites.
Was there sushi on it?
There's sashimi. There is salmon and tuna sashimi and a seaweed or the edamame. I'm super excited. It has exactly what I want for the walk-up window. And you guys don't like it, so I can walk up. I can get it to go. I can take it as a snack. I can get that as my lunch. You guys can get whatever you want. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea.
Well,
because
I like shrimp and lobster and crab.
yeah, but you don't like this. So This one is for mom. Guys, you guys can have your water slides. You guys can have your mini golf. You guys can have your ice skating shows. You guys can have...
Tony says Matt who?
Well, I'm not kidding you. I am so excited for my sashimi in Central Park. Central Park is my favorite place.
Yes, Raquel, we are on the inaugural, and we are plotting out our plan of attack on how we're going to get through this ship. It's going to be now. Skeggy's team says, don't forget playoff football games on the big screens. Watch while on the hot tubs. Now, we will talk about, we kind of skipped over that because there's one space. Well, we'll talk about that when we get to Promenade. We're still in Central Park. So Central Park, you've got your trellis bar and a new venue. You got 2 new venues in Central Park, in addition to moving Izumi into Central Park.
We talked about there's no vintages on this ship. So Icon doesn't have vintages, but what we realized is the wine bar is now in Giovanni's.
Oh.
And we will be eating in Giovanni's, guys. So stay tuned. We are going to bring that to you. I think I want to bring that to you a little bit live. And then we'll definitely include that in a little bit in our vlog. So, yeah.
So Kevin says, note to self, Julie and I are having sushi together on Freedom because my family won't have it either. So
well, does Kevin mean his Julie or me?
I think we're trading Julie's for a bit.
Can I come with you and Julie? I don't know.
And Shayna says her and Mark will be joining you. So we have our sushi crew for Freedom.
All right, our Freedom. We're going to have a sushi party.
Sushi party.
Sushi party. I'll plan it.
Mom, while we're talking about the Central
Kev,
Park,
will Julie be... Good.
Isn't there a new restaurant in Central Park? I could have sworn there was a new restaurant.
The jazz one.
The jazz one.
So Lou's Jazz and Blues, which is going to be a blues bar, believe it or not, based on the name. And as Tony's mentioning, there is the Bubbles Champagne Bar, which is going to be cool.
They're having all kinds of bellinis and mimosas and all kinds of champagne drinks. And so, guys, okay, here's a little tip, little side tip. When you go on a cruise, you're allowed to bring one bottle per of legal drinking age adult per room, like onto the ship. So like you can bring a bottle of wine. It can't be alcohol, like liquor. It has to be wine. So you can bring wine on the ship with you when you get on the ship. I choose to sometimes bring a bottle of champagne and put it in my cooler, or ask the room steward, the cabin steward, for a bucket of ice. I keep it on ice. We bring that on, and that way, if there's ever a morning or an afternoon where you want a mimosa and you don't want, whatever.
If there's ever,
if there's ever.
On the rare occasion.
So if you've ever seen our vlogs, you've seen like a little mimosa in the morning.
Yes, Mary Ellen, just like Frizzante, yes.
It's because I'll bring on my own bottle of champagne, or Prosecco or whatever kind of sparkling anything, and I'll bring that on. And in the morning, I have my own little whatever in my room for the week. So it's a little side tip.
All right, so we've been through.
So I'm looking forward to the bubbly.
So I think we've touched on 7 out of the 8 neighborhoods. We have 1 neighborhood left to go, and then we tell everybody how the Icon is not that unaffordable. How it is possible to actually go on. Can you please don't touch? Thank you. So the last neighborhood is a neighborhood that is common to Royal Caribbean, which is the Royal Promenade. Now, this Royal Promenade is just a tad bit different because it looks like they put a damn spaceship in the middle of the thing.
Are you kidding me? No way. Are you talking about the Pearl?
Yeah.
There's a spaceship?
Yeah.
The Pearl is absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I cannot wait. Dude, we are definitely getting a photo up there.
We will.
I cannot wait to film it. I will wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, whenever I have to get up to go out and film this beautiful sphere. It is stunning.
It looks very open. And I love the fact that, yes, Tony G, dueling pianos. Mary Ellen, where does it?
We love dueling pianos. We love dueling.
Where does it go for the price? It better go to Mars.
Hold on. Going back to dueling pianos for 1 second.
No, where's it go? It goes to St. Thomas. Where else does it go?
I'm wondering if it'll be kid friendly, because dueling pianos is not always kid friendly. So we're gonna have to test those waters. So it might be a night that you guys go to bed and mom and dad go back. And if it is family friendly, then we will definitely have all of us at Julie Manos because it's a lot of fun. Yeah. We love it.
But in the Royal
Let's
Promenade,
you've got
you've got your dueling pianos, you've got your traditional schooner bar, you've got your point and feather. Shayna says, "I love your kids," and Shayna, you know they can hang because you've seen them out very late in the schooner bar. And Tony Diaz says, and yes, and escalators.
Escalators.
Oh, yeah.
But hold on a second. You just talked about point and feather and schooner bar, which interestingly are okay. So this ship is very open, and the schooner bar is on top. It's on deck 6. Point and feather is on deck 5, and right across on deck 6, right across from the schooner bar is Boleros. So now you have Boleros, you have schooner bar, and you have Point and Feather, which all play music, which are all open venues. I love the openness.
Don't forget Spotlight Karaoke.
I just wonder how the sound is going to carry through the ship.
It should be pretty quiet.
Like the video if you want to see me and Kevin sing Living on a Prayer and Spotlight Karaoke.
Like it.
I'll embarrass him.
Kev, you're quiet tonight.
No, I just had something to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What was that?
One of the things that I am excited about for Icon is the smart elevators.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
good
going to
point,
say.
Kev.
Yeah.
So Kevin, tell us what are the smart
That's
elevators.
exactly what Tony Diaz just said.
Tell us about the smart elevators, Kev.
So the smart elevators is where there's a panel next to the elevators, and you press the floor you want to go to, and it'll tell you the elevator to go to, and then it'll bring you straight to that floor with no stops.
Yeah.
That's true.
Raquel says, you guys really know the deck plan. I'll be using the app for sure. And you know what, Raquel? I'll tell you this. Looking at the deck plan, it's different than Oasis, but it follows the same pattern. So it's if you've been on any Oasis class ships, it's only 7% larger than Wonder. It's going to be pretty easy to figure out
how huge Icon is, and it is. It's the largest ship on the sea.
The last part of the Royal Promenade, though, is they move Playmakers.
Well, hang on.
Playmakers is on deck 6.
Just so you know, and because there's a couple questions out there, I just want you guys to know. Yes, Playmakers will still be having wings.
For anyone who is concerned, they will have wings. But Playmakers is on deck 6, aft, which is below Surfside. And it's actually directly across from Kev's favorite place, Adventure Ocean. So Playmakers, where Dad can go grab a beer and some wings and a football game, like Uncle Chuck said earlier, is right across
playoff football
from where we can drop Kev off in Adventure Ocean for another. You can do another review of Adventure Ocean for us.
No, I'll review of the team.
Who are we going to be watching on the ship? Like, what games are we going to be watching on the ship?
Well, it's going to be mostly playoff games.
Not any New York teams.
I don't know.
Anybody but the Jets.
Actually, there is a few New York. There is one New York team.
The Bills.
The Bills are technically New York, and I'm still crying in the shower that the Jets are lost.
That's all right.
Wait, did I say that? I meant to say, not crying in the. I already exposed myself.
Bry's going to give us a review because now Bry is old enough to head into Social 020. So Bry's going to give us a review of Social 020, which is at the after the ship. Also, that's your teen club. Now, the only things we didn't really talk about tonight much is we didn't really talk about the shows. So if you want to touch for a minute on the show in the Royal Theater, the show in the ice.
Can we talk about the shows?
Well,
talk about the shows.
So,
you're running out of time here because I still promised people that I would talk about my spreadsheet.
Yes.
And how this is a
So,
family-friendly show.
Hold on. Kevin, I want to know, what show are you most looking forward to?
I don't know which ones are on.
Well, we have the Wizard of Oz, we have the ice skating show, and then we have
the Aqua Show.
The Aqua Show, but we also have the Headliner Show, which is going to be like the variety show of a little bit of everything.
Tony G says, "Oh my God, Wizard of Oz."
Yeah, I am. I'm excited for Wizard of Oz and what was I thinking? The Aqua Show.
So yeah, I think, guys, I'm just gonna come out and say it. We are so excited for all of the shows. We don't always hit it with the shows. Like there's been shows, there's been ships we've been on where we enjoy the entertainment, but our kids have not loved it, or even we have not loved it. But even though we love the shows,
Not
but
gonna
I can
mention
say, cats. Super excited for Icon shows. Wizard of Oz, I can only imagine it's gonna be absolutely amazing. I love the story of the Wizard of Oz. Wicked is one of my absolute favorite shows.
Yes.
But this is not Wicked. This is Wizard of Oz. But they are mixing the theatrical play with the movie a little bit. So maybe they're going to have a lot of effects in it. There could be flying beds. We're talking flying witches, flying monkeys.
I did see a reel today.
You did? I didn't. You didn't share this with me.
From the crew member who plays Dorothy, who says she gets to fly over the audience, not once, not twice, but thrice.
That's what I mean, guys.
Is thrice a word? Can we say thrice?
That's going to be so cool. So Wizard of Oz is going to be amazing. But the ice skating show has a whole new rink. Icon's rink is now not a square. It's not a rectangle. It's now circular. It is going to incorporate all kinds of other effects. Also, really, really cool venue. The ice skating show is supposed to be amazing.
Absolute Zero, Starburst, which we have reserved. It's a smaller venue than the Aquadome. It's a smaller venue than the Royal Theater. But the show, I'm looking forward to it. We're an ice skating family. We're a hockey family. I think it'll be good.
Are they? And you can ice skate on Icon of the Seas. I don't know if we're going to ice skate on this ship. We have done that on Icon or the Oasis class ships. Hold on. But so you can ice skate. I don't know if we'll do that. But do you know? I don't know. Are they going? It's getting late. Are they going to use the ice skating rink like they do Studio B? Like, are they going to use it for other things, or is that just simply?
I don't know.
We don't know.
We're going to find out for you guys. We're going to find out.
Because that's interesting.
But all right, so guys, listen. I want to hear if you guys have any last things to say before we tell people how. Before we summarize it up. Is this a family-friendly ship?
Yes.
So what do you have to say, Bri?
Yes, it is a family-friendly ship, and I've seen a lot of hilarious comments. For example, Mr. Diaz said, good thing we're not dumb elevators when we were talking about smart elevators.
Better than dumb elevators.
And Shanna Reed, when we were talking about cats, said, Mrs. Reed said, I think Spectrum might have overtaken Cats for the least enjoyed show.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, that was so
Spectrum's Cabaret.
But other than
it wasn't my favorite.
So listen. So hold on, Caitlin,
for the parts that I was.
Are you excited for Icon? I mean, beside it being your birthday, are you excited? Do you feel like this is a kid-friendly ship and that it is geared towards families and kids?
Chris said Spectra had moments. What kind of moments?
Actually
interesting ones. Let's be honest.
That's a whole topic for another day because I enjoyed it and I have some good things to say about that show, especially with the kids. But Kev, what do you think? Family friendly, kid friendly? Icon could be awesome for families, or do you think that we should go on another ship?
Family friendly.
Family friendly. Okay, so guys, I'm going to say this, right? All right.
Who am I? Invisible Brian?
No, what do you think?
All right. So personally, I think this is very good marketing, very good ship, very tied in very well. I love that they're marketing not just to parents but also to kids. It's definitely a family-friendly ship. And guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop in the comments where you want to see me solve Rubik's cubes. I'm looking for your locations.
We got you. So I got to say, guys, I cannot wait for this ship. And stay tuned for part 2.
Yes.
So this is part 1, because part 2 is going to be our family review. We'll do, me and Bri will do a review ourselves, but we're also going to do a family review with the kids to let you guys know exactly how family friendly the ship is.
All right.
So with that, guys, Mom and Dad are going to continue.
I was going to say, we're going to
wrap this up, but why don't you guys go in the other room? You guys can go back on iPads. You guys can go back. Yes, for a little bit, because that's what's going to keep quiet in the other room.
If you want to see it being solved Rubik's Cube somewhere, type in hashtag Rubik's on the C in front of it, and then type in where you want to see me solve it. I'll solve it anywhere.
Go.
Aww. Can I stay?
And there we go.
Well,
oh my goodness. Hold on a second. Let me get comfortable. Guys, thanks so much. Thanks so much for supporting us.
Oh, that's great.
They had a great time tonight. They don't have school tomorrow, so they were allowed to stay up late tonight. And we thought, what better time to bring them on for a live for a good portion of it, like we did tonight, was for Icon, because Icon is marketing as
the greatest family
vacation. You know, so
and,
I mean,
we did a little research.
We've questioned it. We've questioned it because it's so expensive. You know, so people with kids, I mean, we're all on a budget, guys. I mean, cruising is expensive to begin with. We are fortunate enough that our kids are falling under the Kids Sail Free promo.
So that's what I was going to talk about,
which helps a lot. So I'm gonna pass this to you.
So
you're the guy.
Sugar mentioned before, and I don't know if you're still here, Sugar. Thank you for bringing that up, because it was something I wanted to touch on, and that is the fact that with Royal Caribbean right now, if your kids are under the age of 13 and you sail during
13 by the day of sailing, they have to be under the age of 13 before the day of sailing.
Correct. You have the opportunity to use a promotion called Kids Sail Free. And with Kids Sail Free, there are blackout dates, so it's not all correct.
Not 24.
It's not summer sailings, it's not Christmas, it's not Thanksgiving, it's not spring break, but it is January 27th. So if you book a 3, 4, or 5, hi Sugar, thank you for staying. If you book and yes, we'll send you your commission for bringing that up. But if you book that multi-passenger room and your kids are under the age of 13, they do sail for just port taxes and fees. Carnival's got some great discounted rates and gratuities. Carnival's got some great discounted rates for 3rd and 4th and 5th passengers in rooms. Norwegian also regularly offers 3rd and 4th passenger in a room sail free. But Royal Caribbean in a 4 or 5 passenger room will allow your kids under the age of 13 to sail for free. Thank you. So this brings me to my spreadsheet, and this is kind of where Mom says they should run a grandma's sail free. Now, Mom, if we do book one of those grand suites, one of those star class suites, we may be able to pull something off like that. But on the Icon of the Seas, there are 2,804 staterooms. Of those, there are only a handful of rooms that accommodate 5 passengers or more. 80 to be specific. There are only 80 staterooms that accommodate 5 passengers or more. And 2 of those...
80 out of how many?
A total of 2,804, which is only 3%. So 3% of the rooms.
3% of the rooms
accommodate 5 passengers or more. And if you break that down, really that's one ultimate family townhouse suite, which looks absolutely amazing, but it accommodates 8 people. One royal suite, which accommodates 6 people, and there's only 1 each of those on the ship. And then there are 78 family infinite ocean view balconies, which is what we have. And Tony says there are 0 single cabins. Now, yes. Tony, you are 100% right, because the one thing I did today is I went through Royal Caribbean's fact sheet on Icon and Seas, because the one thing I was looking for was the ocean view or interior room that holds 4 or 5 people, and there are 0. I take that back. There are 88 rooms, 88 ocean view rooms that hold 4 people. 88. Yeah. which if you break that down again, you're looking at that 3 or 4%. So if you're a family and you want to travel on Icon of the Seas, you need to pretty much book a balcony or a suite. 65% of the rooms, actually, I take that back because all the suites have balconies. So if you add those, that percentage in, which is another 11%, you're looking at 71% of the rooms on Icon of the Seas will have a balcony. But very few of those can actually accommodate our family of 5. So
do you think
question
that
becomes,
the infinite balconies are like safer for kids than the regular balconies?
I have never worried about safety.
I haven't either, but I know that a lot of other people do. We are in other groups that are kid cruising groups, and I've seen that question raised a lot. Like, I'm worried about my kid on the balcony and things like that. And even though we know that they have locks, and that's never been our concern, I do wonder if the infinite balconies, which is extending your room out with that window that lowers, I wonder if people would feel safer with that.
You know,
I don't know. If you know, I don't know. If you're watching this on the, because I don't think anybody in the chat right now, but if you're watching this on the replay and you have a thought on that, we'd love your thought in the comments. So let that drop below.
So Royal advertises Icon of the Seas as the greatest family vacation. We're going to vlog it. We're going to film it. We're going to let you know.
Stay tuned for part 2.
And part 2 is going to be alive with the kids. We're going to let you know what they think.
Well, there's probably going to be a part 2 and a part 3 because we're going to include the kids in a review. But then I think we're going to do a review that's just us, because you saw, y'all saw, and they're awesome, and we love them, and we value their input, and they are why we do what we do.
Oh, 100%.
But at the same time, I think
we wouldn't be here
Mom
if the
and Dad
kids
have
didn't push us to be on YouTube.
We have our own opinions too, so we will definitely mix that up a little bit. Do you have anything else number wise to talk about? Because I wanted to ask you a couple other questions.
Unless there's a question.
All right. I know that we brought this up before, but like, now that we're kind of hyped up, now that we've done our planning, now we did our spreadsheets today for our planning and what we have to do within the next 2 weeks to be ready to go on this cruise. Like, what are you super hyped about? What are you super excited about?
I told you, water slides and hamburgers.
Okay. All right.
So no, honestly,
we didn't even mention Sorrento's.
I've said it for a while.
This is on the back burner, man. Now that I got it,
I have said it for a while. So
I wonder how late it's going to be open.
My first cruise was the Disney Wonder. My second cruise was the Carnival Liberty, when there was still a midnight buffet.
Oh God, I so miss them. I wish they'd bring it back. I miss the midnight buffet. It was so awesome.
They
should do one night of midnight buffet and just bring that grandeur back. Like, it was so fun.
I like traditional cruising. And the
too.
One thing that Icon of the Seas has brought back is it's called the lobby bar.
Oh yeah.
But it reminds me of an atrium bar from a traditional cruise ship, whether you're talking about Carnival with your atrium bar, or whether you're talking about your older Royal Caribbean ships that have that esplanade or that what do they call it? But essentially an atrium bar where it's that central meeting area that brings back, that just kind of brings everybody together.
And you got somebody playing, and people are always, and it's where you have to pass through. It's so different than a promenade,
and
right?
that's and I'm hoping
an atrium bar is different than a promenade.
I'm hoping that Julie's Pearl.
Is that true? How did I not know that? Mom. So my mom is going to be on the Venezia coming up very soon, and she says that they have a midnight buffet. How did I not know that?
Well, we will
all right. Well, listen, I expect you to get really good pictures and get some video content so that we can share it. And when we are on Venezia, because we might.
So Tony has a question. He says, "With such a large ship, are you doing fixed time dining?" Yes, we always do.
With the kids. kids our age, or the kids that are our kids' age. Yeah.
We always do the early seating, and we do that for the purpose of knowing our waiters, getting that personal service from that waiter, and still getting out in time to see all the shows.
I'll say this, and especially even as the kids get a little older, we always pick the early seating. And for us, even though that may be a little bit early, because when you're outside in especially since we mainly do Caribbean cruises, in the Caribbean, like a 5 o'clock, 5:30 dining time can be pretty early, because like you're still out of the pool, and then you got to get in, and you have to get in early to go get dressed and changed and whatever and ready for dinner and for the evening.
Let's be fair.
However,
by the time early seating comes up, I've probably had enough beers at the pool to move on to dinner.
But the point is like it can feel like it's early to kind of like end your day and kind of get in and get changed and get switched up. But for us, that structure and that it definitely is very, very helpful. Like, we know that we have to be in, we have to get changed, we go and have a nice dinner, and then we have the rest of our night to do whatever we want. If the kids want to go to kids club, if we want to go to a show, if we want to go listen to music, if we want to go play mini golf, whatever it is we want to do, we have the rest of the night to do. So that definitely helps us. So yeah, we'll be on we have a fixed seating, early seating time, and
but that doesn't mean we're going to miss any shows, and that doesn't mean you're not going to find us at either the Schooner Bar or the Point and Feather.
We love, oh my goodness, we love.
And I'm really looking forward to that Dueling Pianos bar. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
And guys, you know what, judge if you will, but like, our kids, as long as they can hang and they're not melting or they're not whatever, they do a little bit. We like to sit with them. We'll let them stay up late because we're on a cruise. And they will listen to the music, and they will be out with us, and then when they're ready to go to bed, one of us will put them in bed. We'll both put them in bed, and that's why we like a balcony too, because we'll put them in bed. We can sit on the balcony.
When your son asks if he can bring his own money on a cruise ship because he wants to tip the Schooner Bar piano guy for playing the song that he requests, you're raising some good cruisers. That's all I can say. So, but we talked a lot about Icon. We're going to talk about Icon again next week. We want to hear in the comments. We want to hear on our Facebook page. We want to hear on Instagram. We want to hear on TikTok what you have to think about the Icon of the Seas. We want to know what you want us to bring to you. We're going to watch some stuff that's happening. We are friends with some crew members, so we're getting some information as to what's going on in the ship. So we want to know what you want to see. We're planning out our vlogs. We're planning out our lives. So join us next Sunday night. We're going to talk a little more Icon. We'll talk a little more group cruises. Maybe we'll have some more information on that Star of the Seas group cruise that apparently just became a thing tonight. So it is what it is, but it's here.
And the following Sunday, we will actually be on Icon. So boarding day, we're going live, guys. Stay tuned. We are definitely going live. But we will definitely see if there's even just an abbreviated version of a live on Sunday. I don't know. We haven't talked about it.
We haven't, but we got to plan it out.
All right. If you guys want us to, let us know. You want us to go live on Sunday too? The Sunday that we're on Icon, that would be the 27th.
It's a sea day. We can pull it off.
28th? Is that the 28th?
As long as Starlink is cooperating, we can pull it off. But we're looking forward to it. So thank you guys all for joining us. Thank you for hanging out with us again on your Sunday night. We know there's a lot of places you could be, but you chose to be here with us, and we love you for it. Reach out to us to grab one of those group cruises that we have coming up, because we want to sail with you. Make sure you like, subscribe. That's too many things to tell you what to do at the end of the vlog. But come hang out with us again next Sunday night.
See you on the seas.